joined our Mall of America street team all summer long out at our station events. Come and find us and ask us about our Mall of America mystery cards where everyone is a winner. See where we'll be next at KFAN.com, keyword calendar.
This is KFAN News with Chris Hockey, presented by the St. Paul Saints.
And good morning. Welcome to the news. I'm Zach Alverson filling in for Chris Hockey this morning. It's all thanks to the St. Paul Saints. They dropped one in Louisville last night, but they're back in action the rest of the week in Louisville. But they're back home in a couple of weeks. They'll take on Omaha on Tuesday night, the 23rd, before hosting Wednesday at Bernie's with an appearance from the Power Trip Morning Show. And, of course, Terry Kaiser, who played Bernie from Weekend at Bernie's. That's just 2 weeks away from today, Sauce. That's going to be a fun one out there.
Yeah, can't wait. That'll be sweet. Everybody at the Saints is awesome. Derek and all those guys, A+. I love the Saints.
More details, saintsbaseball.com. And I know we just tweeted a link, too, to get some tickets. There's a package, a meet and greet package and stuff. So be sure to check that out. If you're heading north,
she's filthy. That was like an alarm clock for me. I was kind of like zoning and I heard it.
The weekend is finally here. The Twin Cities Metro traffic remains 15% below normal, I should say, as residents continue working from home. An expansion of Interstate 94 between Albertville and Monticello, known as the I-94 Gap Project, will begin this month and will last for 3 years. The project aims to increase flow through central Minnesota by expanding I-94 to 6 lanes, 3 in each direction. Motorists can expect periodic lane closures on I-94 through fall, and most closures will be scheduled for off-peak hours and overnight. But finally, that we're going to get 6 lanes all the way to St. Cloud, which anybody who's traveled northwest,
It's funny because when you're a kid and you hear people say, especially in Minnesota, we have 2 seasons. It's winter or it's road construction season. They're not wrong.
No.
There's road construction everywhere.
Constant.
Everywhere. But we have to because we can't do it in the winter, so you have to do it now. It's sweet. When it's all done, like the stuff that they're doing, where did I see? Where was I yesterday? Hold on. Oh, like the 494 35W bit. Yeah. That will be great when that's all done. It's a pain in the ass, but do you remember when 35W was 2 lanes? That was hell on earth.
Yeah.
The changes they made to that are sweet. So it sucks now, but it'll be worth it.
And hopefully we can get that 394 deal figured out sometime in the future, because
drop down sucks.
That's terrible.
What's that?
Going into the city, that one?
The 394 to 94.
When you're going 394 and you want to go to St. Paul and you have to do the drop down, the worst.
Yeah. How would you fix that? Make it more
I don't know. I'm not a traffic engineer.
Ask Common.
Just basically be a douche and slide in front of people.
But are you supposed to?
That's not a zipper merge.
Some people would say that's an art form.
Yeah, that's common, right?
Yeah, God bless Common, and I do the same thing. I will be a douche if I have
does.
to. I try to only use it when I need to, when I actually need to go through.
Someone just got cut off right now.
Yeah. You also do the bit where you get off on the one road that'll take you
yes.
You do that, and then if you're going, you go that.
Sometimes that's faster. Sometimes.
Or just cut right down Washington.
Yeah.
Go take a view of the city.
I do that every once in a while. Yeah, I just drive right into downtown.
Yeah, go check it out.
Right by Sex World.
Of course.
Yeah, wave to Rosie.
You need any help with those bags there, Rosie?
You still riding that thing, Rosie?
Yeah.
I'd rather see those 2 guys just go at it.
I think he's got his signature right on the tip. This sad news out in Rochester. A Minnesota State Patrol trooper has been charged with manslaughter and vehicular homicide. The charges come after Trooper Shane Roper allegedly sped without lights or sirens and crashed into a Ford Focus, killing an 18-year-old girl in Rochester. When the crash occurred in May, the trooper was driving 83 miles per hour in a 40-mile-per-hour zone. Witnesses reported the car was flying and no sirens or lights were seen. Roper claimed he believed his lights were on and he was trying to clear the intersection. The prosecutor described his actions as grossly negligent, causing the death of a young woman celebrating her impending high school graduation. So
Hideous. Hideous. There's nothing to say.
So sad.
Nothing to say.
nasty. The Minneapolis Parks and Recreation Board has temporarily closed Lake Harriet Southeast Beach due to high levels of E. coli contamination.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ugh.
Other beaches, including Lake Hiawatha.
What are you, Rosie?
Beaches.
I hate spunk.
All that
What E.
bacteria.
coli is, Rose.
Well, it's how did that E. coli get in the beach?
Walking around naked on a beach.
Well, that'll do it.
Rosie, gross.
Quit doing that.
Yeah, that sucks.
The board will continue to monitor water water quality in closed beaches as needed
Those
to.
damn
All
great
the
white
quality.
sharks.
All the
Those
quality
great white
water.
sharks.
It's literally, you can see it was obviously a typo, but they put equality in there. And closed beaches as
have a
needed
dream.
to ensure public safety.
All water.
All other beaches remain open and have safe water conditions, but really, quit dumping in the water.
But keep
Keep that in Minnetonka.
Yeah.
At what point they're like,
Don't
oh,
rip Lake Minnetonka.
right?
Yeah, but,
they're like,
you know.
Lake
right
Minnetonka
under.
whales. Big Island, gross. You're
Yeah.
on your own there.
You know what I mean, though? Like, there's probably like a threshold for a amount of E. coli. Or
Can we
E.
all be
coli.
adults?
It's
here
less
quickly?
than 1,000 something.
I'm asking, this is Hawk's bit, but I'm asking for a buddy of mine. Is E. coli from fecal matter?
Yes,
So
it's
like
bacteria developed in the intestines of
So it's
warm-bodied animals.
not fully wiped humans, children, men.
Essentially, yes.
Getting in the water.
There's no other real source of it, unless somebody dies and has their intestines opened up in
Man,
the water.
or just
And-
throw
Dwight's
in
gonna
raw
backstroke
meat.
through that
Dwight just turned into Michael Phelps.
He has the Clockwork Orange bit on so he can get pink eye.
But they're having the same issues out in France right now. That the river,
Yes.
That was
they're-
intentional, though, right? Like that was like a protest thing.
That part of it was, but they haven't swam in that river for 100 years because that's where the sewage, the overflow drains into. So about 15, 16 times a year, their raw sewage goes into that river. So they've done infrastructure changes. They added some other thing over last year that it's going to help keep that from happening so that it can stay clean. But now they're having more issues with the E. coli levels, and there's a chance that France might not have any of the big water events because the only venue they have ready for it might be full of crap. So careful.
That wasn't well planned out.
Yeah, yuck.
When's that start?
Pretty soon, right?
Couple
A couple
weeks,
Yeah.
I think 2 weeks.
Is Ant starting? Like,
Well, I don't know. They play tonight, though.
Yeah, he's been running with the starting lineup in the scrimmages, I've heard.
Is Braun starting?
I would imagine, you're not going to have LeBron James come off the bench. Yeah.
Curry, Ant.
They're both black. Rosie!
What's wrong?
I mean, you're right. But
What was he talking about?
Both black.
Yeah, see, Zach has been trying to play that all week.
Zach, that is so good.
That was
He knew Rosie would blow
Genius.
a gasket if he played it yesterday. Yeah. Why did he say that?
I don't know.
What was he talking about?
yeah. Where's the context on that one?
we need
about the
in the
wolf?
comments, we need to add what the
Yeah,
context
yeah.
was for each of these
like
Rosie
this
Button
one.
votes.
We play it a lot, but when did he say
I hate spunk.
say
And
that?
why?
Or this one?
It's like some gerbil's cranking it.
That.
Why did he say
How
any
about
of that?
this one?
Got close to it, sniffed around, and went, I don't like this.
Or this one?
Pink socks.
Why did he say big socks?
No, wasn't that we were naming a team, right? That was the day you gave him all the things.
Well, that was Corey's one of the best. He's had a lot of them. One of the best ideas Corey's ever had is when we did was it North Dakota?
Yes.
Perry was here. We were
Yep.
getting.
Yep.
He said, "Come up with a list of all of Urban Dictionary bits and sprinkle a bunch of them in the list of names and hand them to Rosie, and we're going to pretend like they're real choices. And he loudly said this one.
I like the Alaskan pipeline.
Which is horrible. It's disgusting. And he just goes,
I like the Alaskan pipeline.
and he fell for it.
Yeah.
Hook, line, and sinker. And we made a State Fair t-shirt out of it. And we played that one over, and he walked right into it. It was all of it was pink socks. It was all of these horrible things. And he walked right into it. And he just said, I like the Alaskan pipeline. It's just classic Rose.
An underrated one is when he goes, Coochie Land.
I don't know why he said Coochie Land either.
Coochie Land?
Yeah,
Coochie Land?
why did he say that? Zacho, you got any more news?
No, we're due for a break.
All right, we'll come back. Max will run us through the sports. Last segment with Tommy. We'll get some thoughts from Perry and everybody else. It's the Power Trip Morning Show. Final hour and a half of Rock Bottom Radio right here on The Fan.
And The Fan.
They're now going to be running trains after like 11:30 or so.
What, Rosie? That's my favorite, because you can place it after anything, like the open of the show where the Hawk Tua girl says her thing and then Rosie goes, "Oh,
That sounds so good.
Speaking of her, right?
yeah,
So T-Pain's coming to town for State Fair.
yeah." T-Pain Wales.
You got to go.
Yeah.
Like, it's a must-see. So
Is that "Let Me Buy You a Drink"?
I was literally going to bring this up. He's been tweeting. He's been going viral because of this. So let me talk to you. Let me buy you a drink is like that's the line, right? And he redid it, and it says, "Let me hawk to a. Let me buy you a drink." Just absolutely brilliant.
Genius.
But no, long story short, I can't wait to see him. That's the only reason I brought it up.
Yeah.
Dom and I are going together.
Oh, Dom. Well, I don't know. I don't think you can. Maybe you might be the only person that could get Dob to go to the State Fair.
We'll make sweet love, and then we'll go.
You'll be sad when you see it.
We'll go. It'll be so fun.
No, he won't.
Does he hate the fair? Like,
hates
hate
the
it?
State
Hate
Fair. Hates it. You think hockey hates it?
Why does Dob
He hates it. I don't know, because he's Dob.
one of his things?
Yeah, he might go. If
Walking sodies, you can do it there.
Yeah,
I can.
yeah.
I'll
Yeah, I bet you could get him. Zacho.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by All Around Property Preservation.
Thank you to All Around. Last night's Twins and White Sox game was postponed due to rain in the Chicago area throughout the evening. So no Marnie on the call last night, but we get double the Marns today as they will make up the game in a double.
Oh, she's filthy.
Rose, she got rained on. She's clean now.
Brilliant.
She's going to be a big girl.
Oh my God.
Uncalled for.
First game starts at 1:10, and game two will begin about 30 to 45 minutes after the conclusion of the opening game. So double the Marns, double the Twins, double header this afternoon for the Minnesota Twins.
Yeah, they should win. Oh, okay. They should win both of them. Chicago has the worst record in Major League Baseball. They should win both of them.
Yeah, the White Sox are an absolute joke.
They're terrible.
That's a long day for Marn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
she'll get out of there, 9?
I mean, the game. What did you say? The game starts at 1?
1:30.
I mean, Perry, when you do, you don't do. When you do the bit for the Wild, when do you get there? How early?
Yeah. I'm on, and we're on an hour before, half hour. I got to be there an hour before.
Yeah.
So we're on a half hour before. So yeah.
But think of that, 1 to 8:30?
Oh,
At least
later than that.
I mean, at least she's done when the game's done. I'm assuming they won't have her on the post game.
No, of course
not.
not.
I mean, that would be.
I mean, I would bet
day.
Martin, and I think she said yesterday with Barrero. I think. I mean, I don't know when they said it was rained out, but I bet she was already at the stadium.
Oh, wow.
I bet she gets there for a 1:00 game. I bet she gets there at 10 or 11. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you got to, I mean, with baseball, I mean, the managers meeting, all that stuff. She's got to be there for that, and she's committed to her craft, man. They get there early.
Yeah,
She's got a good arm.
Oh,
Really?
She's not
That's interesting.
sick! Stop.
Reports indicate that the NFL's revenue in 2023 hit $13 billion.
Oh my God!
That's why they're the big boys.
4 different teams were said to have revenue over $400 million. They didn't name all the specific teams, but the Packers were mentioned as possibly one of those teams. But yeah, the number the previous year was $11.9 billion, so $13 billion in revenue for the National Football
It'll
League.
never slow down.
Nope.
I mean, the wide receiver thing comes out today.
Yeah, it's gonna be sweet.
Hold on a second. I got to play this for Tommy because I want to hear Tommy's reaction. All of you will love this. Hold on. Timing's everything.
One of us.
Brilliant. One of us is so good.
Guardsy loves it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course he does.
R.I.P.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Keep talking about yourselves.
You're
Rhode
a
Island?
What?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Tommy?
You're talking
Technically.
about sucking.
Zach, where are you getting
down, Rose.
Why does he say that? When did he say that?
You was loving deep down.
Whoa,
Well,
what? Man, sometimes, and I know they're the bosses and Corey, who's going to listen to the podcast, are laughing at me, but half of the time these buttons don't work. Hang on, let me try this again. Yeah, it's stupid.
Let's go streaking.
Just do your next story. I'll get
I got you. Texas quarterback Arch Manning has reversed course, announcing yesterday that he will opt into the EA Sports College Football 25 game. He had previously said that he wasn't going to be in the game. I think he said something like he didn't want to take away any shine from Quinn Ewers, who is the starting quarterback at Texas. But they made a little video announcement with Eli playing the game yesterday featuring Arch Manning. So Arch Manning will be in NCAA 25, which comes out, what, a week from today, Saucy?
5 days from today. Why? No, 6 days. Why hasn't he transferred, Tommy?
He's probably got so much money.
So do you think a lot of that is tied to where he's at?
100%. Yeah, it's all the NIL money is based on where you're at. And I think he's making more than like all the rookie quarterbacks in the NFL. Like,
probably.
Like 10 million. Like something absurd. And do you guys know about like the lump sums I tell you about that? How like one day they just look and it's in their
They just
account?
drop it in, just all at once.
Boom.
Oh, my God.
Could you imagine that?
Nice little signing bonus.
So think when you got like per diem, right? Like $40 in college and you just thought you were rich.
Yeah.
Could you imagine getting like $1 million put in your bank account?
Right.
That's a good feeling.
Okay. Talk about it, Rose. Almost $3 million he's making.
Yeah.
It says.
Think of that.
Right.
And he's not even
And
starting.
you're just going to class, you just live in a dorm room, maybe an apartment.
Yeah.
Do you think he makes more than the starter?
Yes.
Is he has to be the highest NIL, right?
Up there. I mean,
I think
Shador's up there, too.
Shador's up there.
How about how they put a boot on his $400,000 car and Deion was like, thank you. Like, thank the security. All right. Here is the open. I found it.
Okay.
Here is the open to the wide. Perry, did you watch the quarterback bit?
I didn't.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
After this opening, so Peyton Manning starts. It's 1 minute and 3 seconds long, and then a very, very familiar voice starts, and it's going to get you jacked.
They say there's not a more difficult position in sports than NFL quarterback. But the truth is, throwing a pass is only half the story. With all due respect to offensive linemen, a quarterback's best friend is this guy, the receiver. The lightning-quick wideout screaming down the field. The sure-handed tight end posted up over the middle. The fleet-footed technician toe-tapping along the side.
Peyton, this show's about receivers, right? I love you and all, but why don't you pass this season off to me? I promise you, it's in good hands.
Here's to Moss. Moss is up. Caught. Touchdown. What a catch. Yes. What a great catch by Randy Moss.
I'm gonna put that in y'all's book. I told you and I told you. Touchdown.
I have literal goosebumps. He's the greatest of all time.
Don't you just miss it? I just miss it so bad.
It was so much fun to watch.
God.
He's the best of all time.
When he'd take off down the line, you're like, you poor D-back. You don't have a chance.
I love the catch.
Bob Rosie. This isn't about you.
That's today.
That's today. I can't wait. It's going to be great. The quarterback bit, you should watch it, Perry.
I've been meaning to.
Yeah, it's good.
But the receivers, it's just going to be so much more drama.
Kittle's great. Debo's great. Yeah. Devontae Adams. Did you guys see the bit yesterday with the Chargers called out Devontae Adams? Anybody see that?
No.
He's super mad about it. And like we talked about yesterday, if it was one of our guys, I would have dove deep into it, but I was like, whatever. But yeah, I guess he's pissed.
They said he's not good, or
I don't know. The Chargers' social media is known for
savage.
And their schedule release bit is all time.
What'd they do?
Both last year or this year they did the Sims bit, the Sims video game, and then they had they did every week of the schedule. At the very end of it, who's the Harrison Butker? Was that his name? Is that the guy that made the speech about women? They had him making food in the kitchen because he said that's all women are good for. They just savaged him, rightfully so. But they called him out. But the wide receiver bit, I can't wait.
I didn't know Randy's.
Here's why. Here's how we'll end and start the argument. If you put Randy Moss with Montana and Steve Young, and you put Jerry Rice with the quarterbacks that Moss had, it's not even close.
Jerry Rice is fighting for a second contract.
I mean, Jerry's good, but Randy's the best.
Look, the 1 year that Randy Moss was with a Hall of Fame quarterback, he caught almost 25 touchdowns in a season.
Yeah. And they didn't win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They went undefeated.
That did break my heart.
Have you met Randy?
Almost undefeated. No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I'd love to. I absolutely loved watching him play, man.
Yeah, he's the best.
Great. His personality comes out great on TV. He does such a great job.
Yeah, he's so good on ESPN.
Yeah, he really does.
You got one more, Maxo, and then we can welcome in Barb and say goodbye to our guy, Tommy, who we will see tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just the last one is we are 17 days away from the Minnesota Vikings' first open practice of a training camp Saturday, July 27th.
Can't wait, man.
Cannot freaking wait. It's right around the corner.
Do you know what's cool? When you see the guys out at the bit we were doing on Monday?
Yeah.
When you see Brian O'Neill and like Bradbury.
Yeah.
You'd think they'd be fat. These guys are so jacked.
Yeah.
They're enormous.
And they're so
He's
fit.
taking a pounding.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And God, they have no fat. Oh, my God. And you're how are these guys 320? And they just hold it so well.
And they can run way faster than you in 40 yards.
It's unbelievable.
Way faster.
And their legs and their butt,
Brian
just put together. They're
Oh, my God.
Tommy. Brian O'Neill.
Zach even wants you to settle down.
Right. Well played.
Even Zach is putting his distance between you two.
It opened up a hole.
Oh, my God. Brian O'Neill is an A-plus human, man. He came over and talked to Perry and I. He's great, dude.
Such a good guy.
He's the best. Yeah, the best.
They have a lot of good guys on that team this year. I'm really the one nice thing about the Vikings is that they're very easy to root for, not only because you grew up as a Vikings fan, but the whole organization now, Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah.
They're all just fun to root for.
Yeah, they're all great.
Which has not always been the case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With some of these guys.
Tommy, anything you want to plug before you go? Careful.
Whoa.
No, I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. This is great.
Love you. Thanks, Tommy.
No, you're the best. Thanks for
having me. We'll continue your sports at some point. We're going to be joined next by Little B. Barb will be in here. We'll do some Vikings news, and then it'll be fun. Hour and a half to go with the Power Trip Morning Show right here on The Fan.
The Fan.
morning show, it just got a lot greater in here because Barb's here. Hi, Barb.
Hi, guys.
Hey, little B.
Happy to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Start ripping. Common and I played golf the other day.
Don't care.
About 17th hole, Common looked at me and he said, I think we've run out of Rosen material. I think we need to stop. We savaged him for 17 holes.
Well, that's rude.
Played all the hits.
That's
just
true.
ripped him.
Well, I would too.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I ripped him yesterday.
Yeah, well, you have to.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
He's basically here because Zach keeps playing all the buttons. He was in here yesterday, and I think he told us he was going to L.A. 75 times.
Well, his shirt yesterday looked like he was going to the Bahamas.
Yeah,
it was a little loud for me.
It was very loud, yeah.
And then this is the best part. He's like, "Oh, did you hear Marnes yesterday? Yeah, it was great." He's like, "Oh, I thought it was so great." You know, there was one thing though, and I was like, "Oh, here it comes." And he just like nitpicked this little thing. Think I should call her and tell her? No, I do not. No.
Yeah.
Don't tell her anything.
No. We live in and I'm like this.
She's fine.
Don't. If it's bad, I know. I get the look from you or Abbott. I know.
Yep.
That's all I need. You know how devastated I would be is if we got done with all these shows today, which I give all the credit to Maxo and Zach. They've been great. This has been super fun.
Yes.
But if I got home today, a 417 number calling me, I'm not answering.
No.
I'm going immediately to the loon. I'm not answering.
Correct.
I'm just going to start drinking.
Yep.
And it was Bossberg going, hey, Paul, great job. But at 7:38 today, you didn't get right to Vikings news. I'd be like, but 99% of it, I thought we braked on time.
Yes.
I got a bunch of people who I think worked well together. It was awesome to have Alexis on with the Marty bit. Marty was great. Rosie talked a lot. He was great.
Yes.
He came in for me because he loves me. Zacho's been great. Brett's been great. Parrish has been great. Tommy was great. If he called me and said, Max, I said you were great. If
the liners are being read, which is the most important.
I think I led with you, Max. But if he called me and was like, hey, during your sports, the Twins actually lost, I'd go, but the rest of it, right, correct. But you didn't hear Marnie's sweet home run calls yesterday? What was his issue with it?
He said she called, I can't remember the order. She called a pop-up a fly ball or a fly ball a pop-up.
Who cares?
Correct.
My Lord.
You're the only one that knows that.
Yeah.
Well, but if the second baseman or the shortstop catches it, it's not called that. It's called this. And I was like,
Nerd!
Thanks, Harry Carey. No one cares.
How many perfect shows did Rosie do?
Yeah. You're the only one that cares. Should I call her and tell her that? No, not unless you want to get slapped in the mouth.
You're Mark Rosen, not Pete Rose. Like, calm down, dude. Like,
just go back to your soup.
And sandwiches.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Brilliant. I can't wait for that bit to come back tomorrow. I love that. It's an all-time bit. I thought it was okay because it was about me. Meat sauce.
I don't know that
Those are
I've
his
ever
exact
been.
words.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever been more angry with him. Than when he gave somebody a free infomercial on the radio station for 10 minutes.
Do you know
and then
that bit,
he
Barry?
looked at me like, what's the problem? And then he said, let me tell you a little something about sponsorships. My God.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Stop it.
Exactly. Just someone put me down.
Quickly. It's a sweet place in St. Louis Park. It's awesome. They have a Rosie sandwich. Of course, my dad gets it because he loves Rosie.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And it's a Thursday. Rosie's not in on a Thursday. Rosie walks in. We're doing the show. In the middle of the show, he sits down and he just goes, hey, he starts talking about it. Fine. Right? Fine. It's all right. I mean,
First of all, everybody's like, what's he doing here?
what's he doing?
Yeah. No one knew he was
coming. The bit was, and the guy that was here was great, but he was standing, I know it's radio, but like he was standing like 3 feet from the microphone, and Rosie would be like, hey, what kind of sandwiches do you have? And the guy'd be like, oh, we have this. Rosie didn't move the mic over. And he was like, oh, okay. And then they went on and we did the bit.
And he didn't have headphones on.
He didn't have headphones on, so he can't hear hockey, like moving the conversation. Hockey is very good at like, okay, we get it, Rosie, but like we're doing a show. And then Rosie just got up and left. We go into Abbott's office, and he says, quote, I thought it was okay because it was about me.
He went through 34 sandwiches.
Yeah.
You have to hear Hawk do the bit.
Yeah, the bit
You'll be in tears. It's the funniest.
The bits all time. It was just so good. But yeah, it's that's it. We love him. He's rosy. He gives us credibility. He's great. But he's got so many bits to just
so
savage.
Easy to rip.
He's so easy to rip.
Yep.
Vikings news, Echo.
It's time for Vikings news on the Power Trip, presented by
Redco, your truck accessories pro.
We played it last segment, but we'll play it again if you're just tuning in. The wide receiver documentary on Netflix comes out with Justin Jefferson, Debo, Kittle, Devontae Adams, and a couple other guys. This is the open to it. It's a Omaha production. The second voice will get you jacked for it.
They say there's not a more difficult position in sports than NFL quarterback. But the truth is, throwing a pass is only half the story. With all due respect to offensive linemen, a quarterback's best friend is this guy, the receiver. The lightning-quick wideout screaming down the field. The sure-handed tight end posted up over the middle. The fleet-footed technician toe-tapping along the side.
Peyton, this show's about receivers, right? I love you and all, but why don't you pass this season off to me? I promise you, it's in good hands.
Here's to Moss. Moss is up. Caught. Touchdown.
Yeah, he was in the other one. It's
What a
sweet.
great catch by Randy Moss. Y'all gonna put that in y'all's book. I told you and I told you. Touchdown.
Can't wait. Is your household excited for this?
Very
Will they watch
excited
it?
for this, yes.
Can I come over and watch?
Rosie.
No, I cannot. Wait your turn.
You'll be shocked by this, but the day after the quarterback bit came on, we had Kirk on. Kelly and I watched the whole thing. It's so good. The quarterback one was awesome. This one will be
I didn't
great.
like it as much as you. I didn't even get all the way through it.
Oh, really?
Because I could not listen to Patrick Mahomes talk one more time. It was ruining it for me.
Yeah.
It sounds like a bag of cats getting slung up against a wall. Like I can't. And then his wife, she piled on. I couldn't get through it.
She tries too hard.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. But yeah, this one will be great. I can't wait to watch it.
This will be good.
Yeah, this will be really good.
It's going to be awesome. There's going to be a lot more drama, a lot more diva to it because it's wide receivers.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
I don't know how many episodes it is, but it'll. But I was Barrero in the. I think he was in the quarterback one because they played the interview he did at training camp with him. So yeah, PA will hear
the PA calls are just the best.
Yeah,
doesn't get better than that.
When they got all elite receivers, no offense to Marcus Mariota, but I don't give a damn what's happening with him in the quarterback show whatsoever. All of the receivers that are being spotlighted are all elite, so it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it'll be great. And yeah, that was the issue with the quarterback one. We're like, Marcus Mariota, great guy, great story. Don't care at all. Don't care. I don't understand why there wasn't other people in it. And I think isn't part of it Patrick Mahomes' production team?
I think so.
Omaha and his bit, but yeah. Do you think they'd ever do one on hockey, Parrish?
I would love that. That'd be great. Show some of the personalities behind the scenes.
I mean,
that would be great for the sport of hockey, right?
Absolutely.
Get some of those personalities in front of the camera.
HBO did that 24/7 series mostly for boxing, but they did a few seasons of the Road to the Winter Classic where they followed the two teams for a month and showed everything uncensored behind the scenes, all the F-bombs that Bruce Boudreau dropped. And it was phenomenal. It was goosebump inducing television. And I wish they'd do that again, but it's the same problem that we have with any time we want behind the scenes content with professional sports. These athletes don't necessarily want all that stuff out there. They want to keep all that locked up behind closed doors.
Another good one is Amazon Prime. They have these All or Nothings. That's a bunch of different sports. I think they did the Maple Leafs for one of them too. That's really good.
So, but I'm not trying to be a Richard, as Burrow would say. If you did a hockey style one, who would you use? I mean,
goaltenders.
I was going to say you can go goalies, you can go superstars, you can go.
I mean, no, I don't think Barb and Max and I are going to be like, oh, cool, that guy.
So and so. You'd have to go more team, not position, right?
Yeah. Or I mean,
well, you still got to have the names in there.
Right. It would just have to be a mix of names and people you know to be a personality, even if they're not
Like
a great
Crosby,
player.
Yeah.
Like even
Crosby's unbelievable. He's a great guy. He's got a great personality.
If you had
McDavid.
those three Austin Matthews, people would watch it.
Matthew Tkachuk, throw somebody like that in there, or Brad Marchand in there, somebody to just.
If I'm a professional sports league, I would be knocking at any professional sports league. I'm knocking at Netflix's door because just look what that Drive to Survive did to F1. Nobody on planet Earth was talking about F1 before that show.
That's the best point you've ever made.
Thank you.
That's 100% correct.
Yeah, that's like it. It brought millions of people from all around the world to that sport.
It's on. They preempt NFL Sunday Countdown for that. That is on ESPN2 when there is an F1 race on. I've never watched it. My brother has been super into it for a long time because he's weird. But you are 100% correct.
They did the golf one.
Yeah, see, Barb and I disagree on that. The golf one, Full Swing, is awful. I don't care about any of that.
I love Full Swing. I'm obsessed with it. It was so much better than Quarterback.
No, I watched the few episodes of it. I watched the whole thing of the first one. I watched one episode of the second season. I don't care.
You got to watch it.
See, and I love golf.
You got to get all the way through. Yes, I can't believe that you don't like it.
I don't like it. And I love golf.
It's so good.
Is it just because those guys are Richards?
I mean, no, but I love the Justin Thomas bit. I don't care about Jordan Spieth. But I don't care. Then they have a whole bit on Joaquin Neiman. Don't care. Rory? Matthew Fitzpatrick is boring. Rory's fine, but Rory's Rory. Rory's just the nicest guy ever. And they're all, I can't get into it. I just can't. The Full Swing thing, I have no interest in watching.
If you don't tear up when Justin Thomas wins, what was it? The
Players?
Yep. When he kneels down on the green and his dad comes over and kneels down next to him. If you don't cry to that, you're dead inside.
Yeah, I mean, I
it's
cry.
It's so
easily.
good.
We all know.
The whole town. It's so good.
You watch Joel Damon get drunk for
I don't care about that.
That guy does nothing for me. I think they thought that was going to be this huge bit. It was cool for 5 minutes. Will you just hate watch the second season so we can talk about it? I'll see if it hooks you.
I got to watch
It's so good.
Though. Yeah. I mean, I got a lot on my plate today.
Oh, okay. I'm sure.
Big day.
Yeah.
I do. Uh-huh. Yeah, we're going to go...
What?
Now that I'm going to be a dad, we're going to go look
that right?
Yeah, we're going to go look at some things. I can't wait. My wife's had to stop me 4 times.
Okay, but don't buy anything.
I'm going to look.
You have to scan everything, and then you make other people buy it for you.
Well,
don't buy everything.
There's one thing that we're going to buy because they take a while. It's I'll tell you off the air, but it's something we need that we've been warned by soon-to-be new parents, more than one couple couples that are they're all on back order. You got to order this because we need it by January.
Okay.
So we will possibly do that. But 2 weeks ago, we went somewhere and my wife's we're not buying. See, my wife is going to be a great mother because she's prepared for 4 years with me. We're not buying it. Pick that up.
Just because you're throwing a fit,
yes.
we're not taking it.
Pick that up.
Yep.
Don't leave that there.
Stop being lazy.
Yep. You can't play video games all day.
Naps in the middle of the day.
Stop doing that.
Can't cry about everything.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So we're going to do that today, which will be fun.
Okay. Just don't go crazy buying stuff.
Well, I like buying things.
No. Yep. I know. Just scan it and put it on the list because all the aunts and the moms and everybody here, we want to do a shower for you and we want to be able to buy you stuff.
Do I get to go to that?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
it's for babes only.
Scan some stuff for me too, by the way.
Yeah,
Mexico, what do you need?
I need some stuff too. I need some new draws.
Somebody who will remain nameless said we should do a State Fair T-shirt that just has Rosen Sandwich Shop and just list
all the sandwiches.
Yeah, that would be great.
That's a good idea.
That is really good.
I know you don't want to hear this, but we got the email yesterday about coming up with ideas. For this. Now, Common will do 2 hours on it. It'll be brilliant and it'll be great.
Yep.
I love those bits.
Yep.
But we got any ideas in the hopper?
Couple in the hopper, but that's it.
Yeah.
So Lil B will take more ideas. Lil B KFAN on Twitter. We need more ideas.
Yeah.
And I know you guys don't like to give ideas, but you have a lot of opinions about the shirts.
Yeah.
So
I thought Tommy had a good one off the air.
it's not good.
No,
it's
the zip. No.
Just a zipper.
He just and I love him because he's very creative and he's always thinking, but he's only thinking about 3 people that are going to buy that shirt, and mommy needs to make more money.
Him and his brother and his dad.
Yeah, it's like that's great, but now I have 80 boxes of shirts that I can't move.
Yeah.
So I will take suggestions.
That's right around the corner. I know you don't want to hear it, but it really
shut
is.
your mouth.
It's so close.
Do you guys know when you're doing your show yet? Is that finalized? Do we know? Do we have any indication?
We've talked about it, but I think we got. Yeah, I mean, we know. Yeah,
Okay.
It's going to be on a Saturday, so that gives you. It's one or the other. So it's one
Potentially
or the other.
now we gotta talk about that too.
Why?
Well, now what?
Jared.
You pass away?
I think I can.
Okay.
Well, no,
the Tin Man. You can do it.
Well, no,
there's Tin Man.
No, because we had like a bunch of
little Thomas
speakers
engine
and stuff out there because the crowd's so damn big that we need extra PA. So I think I'll be able to do it
at the Vikings game.
But Jared will be at the
You can do it.
We'll see. I got to talk to Jared about it. But
You mean we'll see?
What do you?
Have a better attitude.
Yeah, what do you want?
he rents like
You want Rosie to
equipment
call
and like
you?
it's stuff like I don't usually have never used before. So
Okay.
I want to. I'd like to. I just
rent
don't know.
it. I'll give you my card. It's
Okay,
fine. Plug
let's
it
do
in.
Yeah. How?
My God.
Real quick, by the way, apparently Vanessa Lambert, who is a producer over at Bally's,
Yeah.
She's great.
Yep.
she's amazing.
She is awesome.
She tweeted me this link. Their NHL has already filmed a series behind the scenes. They followed 11 NHL players, including Matthew Tkachuk, all the way to his Stanley Cup final. It's Prime Video is doing it. It's called Box to Box. So that's coming out this fall.
Man,
Guess I got to rename my biography then. I mean,
Hawk's going to get really mad when he turns that on. You'll watch that, right, Perry?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And Kachuk's got a great personality.
Yeah, he's great,
a
man.
riot. So,
Yeah.
he's a great one to pick.
Yeah. I don't think I'll watch that. The wide receiver, they're so good at placing this when they do because we're like, I think a week from today, maybe 6 days from today, a lot of the teams that are playing in the Hall of Fame game report to training camp. They're so good at putting these when like all of us really want football back.
Right.
And this is the perfect timing for the wide receivers.
especially, I mean, the college football game's coming out next week,
yeah.
and now this is coming. I mean, we're all going to be just revved up.
I mean, the Vikings I think they play a preseason game less than a month from now. The Hall of Fame game is like 21. It's 3 weeks from tomorrow, man. It's right around the
Gas
corner.
up the van, man.
Yeah, Hawk and I are going to that. Well,
Really?
Well, that's what Rosie thinks. 'Cause he's
convinced.
He's convinced. We keep doing this bit where we're like, we're going to go to the Hall of Fame game. It's on a Thursday.
Yep.
But we keep saying we're going on Sunday when it used to be. It used to be the last thing, and he doesn't correct us on that. And he walked in the studio one day and he goes, "You guys really going to the Hall of Fame game?" And I was about to be like, "No." And I go, "Yep." And then Hawk and I just
Too easy.
yeah, Gary Payton to Sean Kemp improv. He fell for it hook line. You guys are really going to go? Yeah, we're going to drive. No,
He's brought it up several times.
Good.
He's like, you guys are going to that, right?
he actually thinks we're going to go to the Hall of Fame game, which I think is Houston and somebody. I mean, we'll have it on.
I'll take somebody.
Yeah, it'll be. It's fun, man. It's just
the Bears.
It's good to have football. I know it's preseason football, and the guy that normally sits here hates it. Shocking. But it's good to have football on.
Yeah, it is.
It's good to just have it in the background. It's bad football. I get
terrible.
that. Yeah, but it's at least football.
Yeah.
I'm fine
There's
with it.
football on the NFL Network today.
No, no.
But the best part is over-exaggerating everything that happens at training camp.
To talk about.
Yeah, exactly. We all know that none of it really matters, but as soon as JJ throws a dime, he'll either throw an interception and we'll all just cry about it, or he'll throw a dime and we'll be like, he's the next Tom Brady. And that's the best part.
I bought season tickets so I could get preseason access.
I bet you did.
Relax.
I know.
You going to the meet and greet?
Yeah.
MEET, by the way.
No, now he's not going. We'll come back. We'll do some sports. We got headlines. We got a lot to talk about. It's the last segment or the last hour of the Power Trip without Corey and Hawk. They will be back tomorrow. We are in Detroit Lakes on Friday for an initials major. That will be super fun. Perry's here, Barb's here, Max is here, Brett's here, Derek's here, and Zacho's here, and I'm Meat Sauce. We'll be back right after this right here on The Fan.